Now that the content planner inside of Canva Pro can share your posts to LinkedIn and a bunch of other social media platforms, you've got the perfect, super easy, one-stop tool that's going to save you time and money when it comes to managing your social media content. In this video, I'm going to show you the step-by-step process that you'll go through to connect your LinkedIn account to Canva to get this all rolling. Let's get this party started. Now, those of you who have been here for a while know that I love Canva, right? I love the things it'll do for us for free. I pay for the pro version. And by the way, this video is pro, but don't leave if you're only doing free, because this may just convince you that going to the paid level is the right thing for you, because it really does save you time and it could save you money depending on a couple of things that we're going to talk about in a second. But I mean, Canva is constantly giving us new things. They're constantly upgrading the tools that they're giving us. They're constantly adding new stuff. So this is why Canva has a warm place in my heart. So let's talk about the saving money part of it, right? Because this is the kind of thing we want to cover right up front. So if you, like most of us, are trying to streamline, right? Because we're one person. We're trying to do all of these things and we're one person. And you know how important it is to get your social media out there, but you don't need the extra stress of having to do it every day and remember to send this and this then. No, right? You want to schedule this stuff. You want to let an automated tool take care of this for you so that it's one less thing for you to stress over. Now, let's be clear. Scheduling content is golden, right? It just takes a lot of pressure off of us. That doesn't mean that you can't still go ahead and throw, spontaneous post up there, or if you have a great idea, a new product comes in, or you're just feeling like putting something out there, that's totally the option. And that's really the perfect scenario, right? So if you take your scheduled content and then you throw in some on the fly content, you're going to keep your audience engaged. You're going to keep them, looking at your account because they don't want to miss out on anything, right? FOMO is a thing. But they're also much more likely to share your content because there's always something new happening. There's always something interesting that you're providing to them. So this is a good combination. We're going to focus on the scheduling part of things tonight. So if you are doing the scheduling, and I hope you are, the odds are really good that you're using a third-party tool or multiple tools to do this, which, okay, great. It does take care of the scheduling part of it, but it does add more friction to your workflow, right? Because now you're going to one place to plan, you're doing one place to create your social media posts, and then you're having to go to one or many other places to actually go ahead and post and schedule these things. We're going to take that timeline and we're going to go like this. We're going to make it much more efficient, much more streamlined. You're not going to have to manage and balance all these different things. And if you're like me, you're probably paying for one of those third-party tools because while they do offer very nice free options, you very quickly, once you start to use it on a regular basis, realize that you need more from it, which is why a lot of people are using multiples, because then you get a free account here, a free account here, and a free account here. But again, that's more places that you have to go to manage things. There's more places you have to remember to update. Whereas if you can do this all in one spot, it's just a lot less aggravation and stress, and it's much easier. And you're much more likely then to do this kind of thing because it's not a big hassle for you. So we're going to talk about, the money thing, because that's a big deal for us, right? None of us are doing this with, a couple $1 billion in the bank. So let me just show you some examples. This is Content Cal. So for, you do get a try free period, but then it's $17 a month. That's a dead blank tab. Loomly is $25 a month. Later, who I love, right? They do a lot of cool things. You can start off for free and they never ever hassle you. I will be, completely, that's why I love these people. You can keep going free, but you're limited to the number of posts you can schedule out in advance, the number of platforms you can go to, that type of thing. So, at some point I had to bump up and start paying because I needed more, right? I didn't want to be limited that way. And then of course, there's the big daddy, Hootsuite, right? Which again offers all kinds of great things. But if all you're using it for is your content scheduling and you're paying $50 a month, that's not an insignificant amount of money for most of us. So you could, instead of doing any of these, you could go ahead and you could pay for Canva to get the content planner feature. And that's what, $12, $13 a month? So pretty much in any one of these cases, was any of them less than that? 17, 25, 12.50. Okay, so later is the closest. Okay, and then of course Hootsuite. So for the price of, let's say, for the price of later, right, the lowest tier for later every month, you'll get your content planning, your content scheduling automation, plus all the rest of Canva, right? So you don't have to worry anymore about paying every time you need an image, or if you want to use a video file or whatever. All that is now included. So we are saving money, and we are certainly saving time. And by the way, if you do want to give this a try, go into the description, and there is an affiliate link. Okay, if you choose to go ahead and sign up for it, they do throw a couple pennies my way. That is not why I'm doing this. You know that. Okay, you've heard me talk a lot about all the stuff you can do for free in Canva, and it is always going to be an awesome tool because of that. This is just an added bonus. Plus, I do like to support our devs when they're doing this kind of hard work for us. So just putting that out there. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. So if you're using the pro version, then you're going to see the content planner option here. So there's two ways that you can go about scheduling your content inside of Canva. You can do it from the content planner. I'll show you what that looks like. So you just click on that, and it's a calendar like you would expect. Here you can see that I've got a couple of things scheduled. So if you just got one thing scheduled, you got a nice big icon. And then if you've got more, then they make them smaller, but they're all still here. So you can see at a glance when you've got content planned and where you've got content planned. This is one of the things that for me is a big improvement over later, who I do love, but I'm not going to be using them anymore, because the thing that frustrates me with that particular tool is the calendar view is only for one social media, so I can't see my overall plan. Here, I can see that I've got, something going to Facebook. I did 2 things on Facebook and 1 on Twitter, and then 2 things on Twitter here. So I can see what my pattern is that I'm building out. And if I want to change or adjust, I can do that from here. If you want to do your social media scheduling from here, you just go to a day in the future. Can't go into the past. So let's go down a little bit, and let's say on Monday the 4th, right? So you click on it. You're going to pick whatever it is that you want to go and promote, right? It's going to give you the information here. So you're going to click here, and you can change the day and time. Of course, I had already picked one, so it's good. Pick the time here. We're going to do it in the morning. We're going to say done. And then you're going to choose your destination. Now, so far, I have 2 social media accounts connected. I have my Facebook and I have my Twitter. So if I wanted to, from here, go ahead and add the other one, I would click on Schedule To, and these are, as of when I record this, the other options that are available. Now, keep in mind, they're continually adding to this. So you can always come back and check. If something you want is not on this list, you come back and check, and it will be here. And so you would just pick the one, and then you would do the connection, which I will show you. But first, before we actually do that process, I want to show you the other way that you can do this. And that is, you can either come in and create a design from scratch up here, right? Or you can take an existing post, and maybe you want to, change some things around. Maybe I'm not happy with the placement of that. I like that better. You want to change the font position. The text position. You want to change the font. Do whatever you want to do. Once you've got this ready to go, and actually, this is not going to work. No, I think for LinkedIn, I would want to change this format. So another feature, this is just an extra piece here, but another feature is the resize. So you can come in here and you can either manually resize, or you can look to see they might have a suggested size for where you're sending it. So let's take a look. Is there anything specific to LinkedIn? They've got a lot. Have you ever been through all of this? There's a bunch in here. I don't remember, but I always come in and check. Here we go, LinkedIn post. So you don't have to guess what size you need. You can actually come in and say, oh, okay, I'm going to do a LinkedIn post. That's the size I want to do. And this is another feature of the Pro. We're talking Pro today. So you can copy and resize this. So that was actually a title card that I would use for, putting this on Facebook and on YouTube, the actual video. So this actually resized it for me. Now, there's always little tweaky things that you have to do here, but it's not really a big deal because it's done the hard work for you. So, I like to put these little extra icons in here. So we'll do this, and then we'll put my icon. Let's try maybe up here. down here. Let's try down here. So it's the last thing people see, right? When they look left to right, top to bottom. Okay, so in that few seconds now, I have a post ready to go to LinkedIn, and it didn't take me really any time at all. And if you want, you can do the animation, all that kind of stuff. But this is good for me. Like, I'm ready to rock and roll here. So we've got this. I am going to change this because this is no longer a copy of the original title card. Instead, it is a LinkedIn promo. Right? And that way, if I want to go back to this, I'll be able to quickly find it. All right, so now we've got this. It's ready. I like the way it looks. I'm ready to rock and roll. So we can go ahead and go into your options. Now, like I mentioned before, you could just go ahead and if you want to just post this right now, you can come down to share and you could put it in all of these places and more, right? So those are just the defaults. You can pick any one of these things and actually go ahead and use it. You can also make, t-shirts and stuff, but we're not talking about that now. So if you wanted to go ahead and put this in any places, the odds are it's here. And again, this list is always expanding. But for our purposes right now, we're talking about wanting to schedule this in advance. So you're going to come up here to the schedule option. And just like we talked about, right, you're going to pick the day. You're going to set a time. So let's say 11:04 a.m. I just pick random times, right? So it's got the time here. If you change your mind, like you're like, oh, wait, no, that's not what I wanted. You just click on it and it brings you right back. So that's easy. I'm guessing that does the same. Yeah, that's a longer way to go. I guess if you want to do that, you can. Okay, and then you're going to choose your destination. Now, again, so far I only have Facebook and I have Twitter. So now I'm going to go to Schedule 2. And this is the list of options that we have right now as I'm recording this. As I've mentioned, Canva is constantly adding to this. So if something that you really want to be able to schedule to is not here, keep checking back. It definitely will happen. If you want to increase the odds of that happening sooner, contact support. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Just saying. Plus, they can't know what we want if we don't tell them, right? So if there's something that you really want here, just send off a nice, hey, email to support and say, have you guys thought about doing this? This would really help me. Here's why. I'd really appreciate it if you'd consider it. And let it go. If they get enough of those, they will pay attention and they will go ahead and they will do their very best to do it, assuming the platform lets them make the connection. For our purposes, we're going to go to LinkedIn profile. Okay, so it says, get this little promo here, publish your design straight to LinkedIn. Love the idea. So let's connect. Okay, and then you're going to get this little sign-in thing. Now I'm going to take this away because I don't want to share my password. So I'm going to put in my email. And my password, which I think is this. Let's find out. I think that's it. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so then once I do that, I get this little confirmation, right, which is always good. So they're going to say, okay, this is what's happening. We're going to connect these things. If you've connected to the wrong account, which could happen, right? If you're helping a client do it or you've got multiple accounts, that would be the thing. But otherwise it says, okay, you're good to go. And it's going to redirect us back to here. And there we go. I am now connected. And now LinkedIn is one of the options that shows up for me. So now I have Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn as my options. So going forward, I don't have to do that extra step. From now on, all I'll have to do is come in here and click this and I'll be good to go. All right. And then we're going to go and get the content. So let me go and grab that. Just as an extra tip here, what I do is when I'm scheduling my shows, I go ahead and create the text. And that includes like titles, the description, anything that I'm, adding extra, like, I've got the affiliate link in this one, suggested other videos, and the keywords. Now, I don't use all of these in every post, but I put them all into my document so that when I do this kind of thing, again, I am ready to roll. Like, I don't have to sit here and go, oh, geez, I got to write this now. No, because I've already got it. So I'll just come in here and it tells you, the other thing I love about this is it tells you how many characters you've got. So it's telling me I've used 0 out of 1,300. So I'm just going to paste everything that I've got. And it's like, hey, you are way over. And that's fine because I don't want all of this to go out as part of a post to LinkedIn, right? You've got to target this stuff to the audience that you're sending it to. So for example, on Twitter, of course, it would be much smaller, but this just makes it's always easier to remove than it is to add. So let's see, we're going to take all of these out because I don't really need this going out there. And already I'm under the limit, but let me just take a look here. I am going to do the suggested other video. I'm going to do the recommendation. This I'm going to take out because this is more for the videos on Facebook and YouTube. It doesn't really fly for LinkedIn. And the best way to figure out what this is go look at other people's content on LinkedIn. If you've never done this and you're not sure how to tweak it so that it feels right for the platform, go look at what other people are doing. Also, I'm sure that there is, if you go to their FAQ, there's probably recommendations that they make. So you don't have to guess, you don't have to stress over it. Go get the information and make the adjustments. All right, I like to add a little space here. The one thing that bothers me is I wish I could put like bold or something for the titles, but here, I'll show you another little trick. Oh, give me another browser window. Hang on one sec. So one of the ways around that is if you go ahead and let me just make sure I can bring this up safely. You can add in emoji. Now, don't get carried away. You don't want to do 10,000 emoji. But there is a site called Get Emoji. Here, I'll show this to you. Want to make sure you can see the URL. So it's getemoji.com, and you can come through here and you can just pick whatever you want. So I tend to go right down to the bottom where they've got like just general shapes. So let's see. What's a good shape I can use for this? I don't think the hearts and the kissy faces really work. Let's see. Ah, here we go. How about we use this little diamond here, and all I want to do is put a couple of these here to help the title stand out. Why am I doing that? I'm doing that because, like any other platform, there's a lot of content people are scrolling by, and a little pop of color like this, a little extra, shape here, helps to make your content stand out a little bit. Like I said, you don't want to do 10,000 of these. That's going to look ridiculous, basically. But one or two, tastefully put, you could just do in the beginning and at the end, whatever works for you. It helps catch the eye, which may lead to the click so that they actually look at your content. All right, so I've got the title. I've got my little blurb here. I've got my little, hey, you can check out the affiliate. Here's more content. And here are my hashtags. And I'm still way underneath the limit, so I'm good. At this point, I could save this draft if I wanted to. Make sure you're seeing all this. Yeah, let me get that out of the way. Okay. I could save this if I got interrupted, or it's like, oh, I need to go get something. You can totally do that, but I'm done. I'm good to go. So I can go ahead and I can say schedule post. It'll take a couple of seconds for it to put it in the database, set all the triggers, do all the things it's doing on the back end, and then it's going to say, hey, you're good to go. And if you want to verify, you can just go into the content planner and see that it's here, and it's on your calendar, and now it's got the little IN down in the bottom right corner. That's it. And like I said, you can do the very same thing from here. Let's just pick something else. I won't actually go all the way through it, but here, we'll just pick this one. I've been playing with this. Right? So if I wanted to add another one, I could pick a different day, pick a different time. Sure, we'll do this at nighttime. I could pick the destination, put some text in here, and then I could go ahead and schedule it and let it go. I'm not going to do that because this isn't really good LinkedIn content. But I could also send it here or here, wherever, it's literally one click away, super easy, not a problem. Once you make that initial connection, you're good to go. And like I said, if you go in and you create a new design, let's see. Just pick something. Let's say, hey, you want to start to do some animated social media. You can come in here and start out from scratch, do whatever you want to do. And then when you're done, come here and schedule it. Or you can come down here and send it directly, whatever you prefer. There's LinkedIn again. So you're good to go. So it's that simple. It's that easy. And by doing it all inside of Canva, you are definitely saving time and money, because even paying for Canva Pro, you're getting all this functionality. You're able to do everything in one place. You don't have to keep jumping around and downloading files and uploading files, and all that lost time is gone now because you're able to do everything right in here. And you get the benefits, all the rest of the benefits of Canva Pro. You're not paying just for the content planner and scheduler. You're getting all the access to Canva at that point. And as I keep adding new stuff, you just automatically get it. So I understand not everybody can pay for it, and that's fine. And there is a ton of stuff you can still do in Canva without paying for it. But if you want that resize, or if you want that access to the content planner, it is definitely worth a try. And you can try Canva Pro for, I think it's 30 days for free. So if you're not sure, you're on the fence, you can go ahead, click the link in my description and try it out for 30 days. See how this works in your workflow. See if this feels like a better way for you to manage this and get back some of that time. And then if so, then you can make the decision at the end of the 30 days of whether or not you want to go ahead with it. All right? Okay, folks, thank you so much. I hope you found this helpful. If you'd like to stay on top of things, you can reach out here. And sign up for the mailing list. I constantly send out updates, let you know what the next shows are going to be, that kind of thing. So feel free if you'd like to know what's coming, or if you like the surprises, you can always just come and check out my content on Facebook and YouTube. And if you ever have a question, if you have a problem, if you want me to cover a topic, please don't hesitate. You go to yourtechcoach.net, fill out the contact form, let me know what that is, and I'm more than happy to do it for you. Also, if sorry, I was just like, where did that go? Also, if you want to, if you have a question, if you have a comment, if you want some more information, you can also throw that into the comments here on whichever platform you're looking at, because I do go back on a regular basis and go through all of my comments to make sure that I've got you taken care of. So whatever works best for you, you can reach out to the website. You can do it right here on the platform. It's all good. I'm here to try to help you get more benefit out of the technology you've got, or find new technology to help you get your business done faster, more efficiently. Okay? Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a good one. We'll talk soon. Bye.